Alright, so today we're going to work on this cabinet and getting this mount built so we can get this installed in the van. So I need to get me a sheet of plywood that's going to be about 15.5 wide, and we are going to need to be now we're going to need that to be 42 inches tall. Okay. Alright, let's go get that cut. I think I got some scrap wood around here. Alright, out back here, so I got the piece of plywood that I'm going to use. I got a tape measure, square, and a pencil there. Let's get this cut up. So basically what I got here is a sheet of plywood that I cut. This is going to be, what is that, 3/4? Yep, 3/4 there. See if it fits. Alright, see if this fits in here. Yep, it'll fit. I'm going to screw it in from the sides after I get a 2x4 running down the side here. Yep, that'll fit in there. Screw the 2x4 to here. Run a couple screws along the side. That should hold that in pretty good. So, alright, let's get that going. Alright, hopefully this is in the shot. Let me kind of show you what I'm doing. So this is the piece of ply that's going to fit in that cabinet underneath there. So to reinforce it, I'm going to screw me 2x4 on each end here. One across the front. It'll fit like that. Screw that in. This is going to be another, because the centers or the seat mounts are how I'm going to fix this to the floor. So I'm going to add this in there for extra support, and this will bolt to the floor. The cabinet will go on top of here. I'll run some screws along the front and sides, and that should hold that in there in place pretty good. So, all right, let's see how it works. Alright, do the same thing all the way around here. Get this screwed in. Alright, there you go. Alright, so that fits. Basically like this. Okay, this will be fastened to the floor. And I'll run some screws on the side around there. This should work good. It looks like I'm basically going to have 3 attachment points. Oops. 3 attachment points where the seats clipped into. You know, this is meant to hold the seats in. So that's going to get mounted like so. I'll drill holes, 3 holes where those brackets are. Put some hooks with a nut on the top. That'll bolt this down solidly to the floor, and then I'll set the cabinet over the top and run screws along the base and front and both sides. So I think that's going to be pretty rock solid. That's the game plan anyway. If I put it in, it's wobbly or not working quite the way I thought it is, and we'll go to plan B. We'll figure out something out. So, all right, hopefully it works. I went to Home Depot. I have this at home already. This is too long. About me, these are 2.5 inches. I hope they're not too short. So, but that's the hardware. It's going to hold it down. So I'm going to drill some holes. I've got some marks here, large enough for this to go through. Do 3 of those and see where we're at. Yeah, I drilled my 3 holes in the top. I've cut a couple of my my hooks here that are going to anchor this in. Now I just have to cut a smaller hole on this backing plate let me cut that and I'll or drill that out and I'll show you what that is. All right, just to give you an idea how the mounts are going to go. This is going to be the bottom. And that's hooked in there. You can see that's just going to give me room to bite on those brackets in the van from the seats. Here, I don't know if you can tell, I kind of stepped this out, so this is, I don't know, I want to say a 2-inch hole, and then I stepped it to a, on the first sheet of plywood, 3/4, second 3/4, second 3/4, 1 inch first one, stepped it about halfway, and then finish it off with a 1/2 inch. You know, give a little bit of slack. Washers and nuts on the back side, nylon lock nuts to hold it tight. All right, let's go. So just kind of clamp this eyelet down. Go ahead and hacksaw off a little bit so it ends up looking like that. Okay, one more to go. Okay, so we have this cut out and ready to go in. Not sure how good the light is, how well you're going to be able to see, but I'm kind of full steam ahead right now. I want to get at least this little piece done, so we'll see how this fits. Only doing 2 bolts right now. No, there's going to be 3, one in the middle. But for right now, I'm just going to do the 2 ends. Yeah, just for now. All right, let's see. The way this is built, I should have a little bit of adjustment. I may have to trim these off too. I don't know yet. Let's see. Alright, so looks like that's about all the damn wiggle room I get, I guess. Let's see. Oh, there's some more, okay. Thinking right about there. Let me go grab a couple measurements off this cabinet and see what kind of space I need. All right, ideally I'd like to be 1 inch. That's 1.5 inches. I'm gonna go 1.5 inches. Or I should just go 1 inch, I guess. Oh shit. That's 1 inch from there. Okay, that's not going anywhere. If anything, it would like totally rip the bottom of the cabinet off, I think, before this thing comes off. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to cut these damn things down, I can tell you already. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, so I have to cut off a 1/2 inch off of this bolt because it's too tall for underneath the cabinet. So I stacked up 4 nuts just to give me a, that's a 1/2 inch right there, so I'll just cut it off flush with these nuts. Okay. Then I'll back these nuts off and should make sure the top of those threads are still good. Yep, file that down a little bit and we'll be good to go. Alright, so now I'm going to want to pre-drill my holes in this outer frame just to make it a little bit easier down the road. So I already did a measurement. I want to be 1.5 inches up from the bottom here. So mark me a line, run me some pilot holes, and I'll do that on all 3 sides. So when it's time to drop it in, it should be good to go. Drilled a few holes there, so that'll make getting those screws started a hell of a lot easier when I'm in that awkward position. So now the only thing I'm waiting on is my kid to get home with some muscle to help me get this heavy ass thing in the van. So that'll be next. You gotta let me jump off. Okay, now you can hop in here. Alright, basically what we do is you have to get on that side. We gotta look at, we gotta set it on here. I can probably slide it once. Alright, so there it is in there. Piece of cake. Doesn't weigh nothing at all. Almost could have did it by myself, but not. Okay, so I'm going to run these screws in the bottom here. That should hold it pretty secure and tight in there. Now, this is just a mock-up. I'm gonna secure it. I'm gonna ride around for a couple days with it in there, and just kind of see how it rides. Make sure it's not, you know, bouncing around or anything like that. I do have some room in the back, I think. No, that's kind of touching down there. Ah, damn it. I don't know if you can see, but it is. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's barely touching. It's pretty much touching. Damn. Wish I could adjust that a little bit. Let me see if I can move it at all. Alright, so basically I popped the cabinet off. I'm going to have to loosen up these 2 bolts. Slide it away from the wall just a smidgen. And refit it and see how it goes. Alright, it was barely touching, but now I got a little bit of a gap just to keep it from moving and squeaking and making noise. So, alright, screw it in. Alright, I'll put some in on the other side of the back, then I'll put them in the front. There it is. For testing purposes only, I put a couple clamps. It's right there to hold them doors and 2 drawers shut. So I gotta get a fix for that. That is, you know, not an issue. Whether I built something or bought something, keeping the doors closed was something that was gonna have to be addressed. So that's not a big deal. So I'm gonna leave it in there for a couple days, just driving it back and forth to work, kind of listen to it, see how it sounds, make sure it's not, you know, bouncing around, and you know, just stays as secure as I expect it to. So there's a little bit of room behind the seat. Might put a couple of magazine racks there. You know, I could put you know, some stuff there. So yeah, so this is just like a mocked up version. You know, once it looks good, then I'll take it back out, take it apart, you know, sand it, paint it, put some self-closing drawer glides, a couple latches on the doors to keep that shut, finish the tile work, the rubber flooring, get that finished in there. I'll have to cut out around the heat vents there. So there's 3 heat vents right down the middle, so they're not blocked, so that's cool. Yeah, so it's a little messy, but we're kind of getting there. Got a bed, got a cabinet, my fridge goes right here, so I'll probably get working on that one next after this one's kind of done. So like I said, as far as the real finish work, I'm going to hold off until I think I'm pretty much done building stuff. So yeah, check it out with the swivel seat. I'll put that around. Yeah, there it is with the swivel seat. Yeah, it's perfect. That's counted right there. This is going to be good. This is going to work out real nice. Slowly getting there. It's going to work for my needs. And it's changeable at any time I want. So if I want to do something different, just tear it out. Do it different. I've got $100 into this so far. about $4 and some hooks and bolts and washers, so pretty cheap. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna call this part 1 of the cabinet install, because it's just a mock-up, and there'll probably be another one or two or whatever. So when I get more progress and more work done, I'll go ahead and shoot a video of it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate that. Have a great day. Peace.